I'm Ashari Bali and I'm presenting EDU Chain Semester 3 first workshop about the resources and tools you need to win the hackathon. So let's get started right away. So this is the agenda of our workshop. First, I would like to talk about myself and then the resources you need to build and then some cool tricks and techniques to win the hackathon. So about me, I mainly build and teach about the AI and blockchain stuff, and I'm one of the winners of the semester 1 and semester 2 hackathon organized by the Open Campus for the EDU Chain. And I have roughly 3+ years of tech experience. Also, I'm building products with the latest tech stack. I also contribute to the open source project. You may have a look at my GitHub profile. And I'm learning about cloud native applied generative AI from one of the renowned institute in Pakistan. And currently, I'm teaching programming to roughly 1,500 plus students on site while managing a community of roughly 30K plus students at GIAIC. GIAIC stands for Governor Initiative for Artificial Intelligence and Computing. Basically, it's an initiative taken by our province government to support those who want to in the IT or the AI space. So now let's talk about the resources you need to build in the hackathon. So I have just opened the Excel raw. So resources you need to build. First of all, like as many of you know that EDU that Open Campus is an education network and they have built the EDU chain. So basically, it's an education-based blockchain, and they have used the Arbitrum behind the scene. So it means though that EDU chain is basically an EVM compatible chain. EVM compatible chain. It means though that every resource that you have currently available across your project or anything like that, like for example, you have built a dApp on any of the EVM chain before, then you can simply deploy that dApp directly on the EDU chain without any problem. Roughly 90% of all this stuff work, but if something goes wrong, you may have a look at the official documentation of the Open Campus, which is this one. And here they said that it's a first layer 3 blockchain specifically built for the education industry. And behind the scene, they use the Arbitrum Orbit to build the blockchain, something like so. So this is the main point which I would like to share it with you. It means though that you does not have to worry about anything else. It is EVM compatible. It means though that any resource or the anything that is currently available on any of the EVM chains can easily be deployed to the EDU chain. So you just have to change the RPC URLs or you just have to change the specific API endpoints uh, to basically work it directly on the EDU chain, something like so. But here I would like to talk something specific for you, which will help you in your hackathon journey, and which is EDU kit. Imagine how amazing would it be that you have a kit which have integrated with everything that you need to build in the hackathon. So basically, it's an starter kit. It's an starter kit with the CLI for developers to build dApps on the EDU chain. So this is the official website of the EDU kit. It is one of the service or product by EDU Hub. And I'm currently building EDU Hub. This is the platform which currently I'm building on the EDU chain. I have initially built the following thing in the semester 1 hackathon, and in the semester 2 hackathon, I have built the EDU GPT, which is an first AI blockchain explorer. But specifically here, I would like to talk about the EDU kit just because this is what all you need to participate and do stuff fast on the EDU chain. So basically, it's in a starter kit that is featuring Next.js and Vue and Next.js with Hardhat or Foundry for building apps on the Open Campus Layer 3 EDU chain. You does not have to do anything else. You just have to provide your dApp name. For example, I say my dApp, and then you have to simply click on the create button. The command is now copied. All you have to do is simply open the terminal and get started right away. First of all, I would like to talk about the features available in the starter kit. It have the front-end framework support like React and Next.js and Vue and Next.js, specifically for your front-end development environment. And it have the pre-installed configuration, including but not limited to TypeScript, Tailwind CSS, Shadcene UI, Web3.js, and more. And specifically for the backend, development, currently we have supported the Hardhat or Foundry for your smart contract development, deployment, testing, and verification environment. The most important part comes here. Like we have provided the six example dApps. It is based on the education based use cases so that you can get started right away. And also the most important part comes here. We have also provided the integration with the Open Campus ID, which is what you need to participate in the Open Campus hackathons. So basically, we have basically implemented the Open Campus ID SDK so that you can connect with the OC ecosystem right away. And we have a working command line interface to help you build and ship fast on the EDU chain. Here we have the getting started guide. You just have to basically run the following command on your terminal. Then you have to select the front end framework. Then you have to basically select the if you are choosing the hard hat, then you can choose hard hat. If not, then you can choose the foundry. And you just have to cd the directory and install the basically dependencies in the backend folder. But specifically, you does not have to do the following point just because we are doing it. And you have to set up your environment variables. It means the private key in the .env file. You have to compile, test, and deploy your smart contract. Start the Next.js server in the front-end development, and you are ready to ship. So let me create an example that right away here. So I have opened a terminal or the command line interface. I will simply put npx create edu dApp and then your dApp name. For example, I'll say my dApp, and then I will simply enter the command. By the way, first thing which I would like to share with you is that I'm one of the winners of the Open Campus Semester 1 Hackathon. In the infrastructure track, I have built the following tab, and it is being widely used by the Open Campus community developers in the Semester 1 and Semester 2 hackathons. So I would recommend you to follow up the following tab. And specifically, if some of you want to integrate the Open Campus ID directly in your dApp, but you does not know how to do that, then I have written the following guide, like how to integrate OC ID into your dApp step by step. So simple as that, you can read the guide. And specifically, I have defined everything else with the code implementation and the things you need. I would recommend you to follow to use the following starter kit so that you does not have to implement the stuff on your own. I have provided the step-by-step guide here. If you want to, then you can read the following guide as well. And now let's see what happens here. It is talking about the version. Yes, I will simply click Y. Yes. And now it is basically asking me, please select the front-end framework. So I can choose between React and Next.js and Vue and Next.js. Currently, I would like to continue with the React and Next.js because most of the developers use the React and Next.js for building their dApps. And then I can choose between the project type like the hard hat or foundry. So I would like to continue with the hard hat. So simply I will create the hard hat. Now, basically, it is setting up your the CLI is setting up your project. It might take a little, like it is cloning the repositories, it is installing the front end dependencies, and then it will install the backend dependencies, and then it will uh, end here. So let's wait a little. So let me write what you have to do here. Simply, you just have to open the terminal, and it means your CLI, and run the following command, which is npx. Make sure to install npm on your computer or your laptop, and then run the following command: npm create edu dApp, and then your dApp name. For example, my dApp name would be my dApp. It could be anything on your choice. Then you can simply follow up the following procedure, which I have just done here. We have to wait a little just because we are installing a lot of dependencies on the front end side, and then it will install on the back end side. So let's wait. Until let's see the live application in the production stage. So simply click on the here live application option, and this is the dApp which you will get in the starter kit. So basically, this is the user section where user will connect with their Open Campus ID, and their ID will destructure some important details and show away right here. So I have designed it in a card-like way so that you can change the stuff in a simple and cool way. Then we have the sorry, we have the six example tabs here: simple reading, study time tracker, student anonymous feedback, assignment submission, classroom pool, study group chat. So simply click on any of the available tabs, and here you can see that this is the structure that look like the following. The step that I have followed are very simple. I have just basically create the smart contract, create a smart contracts, and simply basically put the ABI application binary interface into the front end, and then simply I have used the web3.js. I have used the web3.js to interact with the ABI. So simple as that. These are the steps which I have followed to build all of these dApps. So as you can see that this is showing the Open Campus ID of the user, and these are the details of the Open Campus ID. And then we have our second app, which also done the simple stuff, like it is tracking the user time for the study purposes. And then we have the student anonymous feedback app, and then we have the assignment submission app. So here is the connected wallet address of the user, and this is the Open Campus ID of the user, which you will get after basically following these steps in the EDU kit. So, and then we have the classroom pool app, and then simply we have the study group chat tab. So you does not have to basically start building right away. You can take help from the GPT. Like you can take help from the GPT to write your smart contract, and then you just have to basically follow up the readme.md file, or you can follow up the following guide. Like I have given the quick start guide uh, for a specific for your framework and the directory which you are using behind the scene. So let's see that our okay. So as you can see that it has successfully installed the front end dependencies, and then it has successfully installed the backend dependencies. So let's wait. Okay, so here we seen the success message. Now you just have to basically follow up the quick start guide in the readme.md file. And to set up the backend, and you just have to run the following command like cd mydap and then cd backend, change directory to the your dap name and then the backend. And then you just have to basically create an env file in the backend directory where you have to put your MetaMask API key. And then you have to basically run the following command npx hard at compile for compiling your smart contracts. And then you have to basically run the test of those smart contracts so that it does not have any problem with that. And then you have to run the following command npx hard -1 script /deploy.ts dash open campus. And then here you have to basically choose between the testnet or the mainnet network. You can put the edu chain mainnet or edu chain testnet. If you would choose the edu chain testnet in the end of the command here, then your deployment will happen on the testnet. If you would choose the edu chain mainnet, then your deployments will happen on the simple as that on the mainnet. So that, and then you have to basically verify your smart contract with the same command. And to basically run the front end development environment, it is very simple. You just have to cd again into your dev, and then you have to basically go to the front end app, and then you have to run an npm run dev to get started right away. So happy building on the edu chain. Let's bring education on chain. So let me basically change my directory cd my dev, and basically let me open the code base on the IDE so that I can showcase you it. Mm, Okay, code dot. Let's wait a little. So this is the dApp. Okay, it opened here. Okay, so basically this is the first look of your code base. Like specifically, I have separated the backend stuff, and I have separated the front end stuff. You initially have to basically follow up the readme.md file in the here or in the backend file. And then you just have to basically compile your contracts, test your contract, deploy on the EDU chain testnet network, and then, or if you want to deploy on the mainnet network, you have to follow up the following command, and then you have to verify with the following command on the terminal. You just have to basically put your deployed smart contracts here, and after that, you just have to basically copy the contracts here, and you just have to basically put it right away in the front end directory of the contracts folder. And then you have all the dApps listed here, like as I have said, that this is the group directory in the Next.js if you know about it. And simple as that, run any of the available dApps right away here. Sorry. So simple as that, these are six of the available dApps. You just have to basically change the smart contract of your deployed address, and then you have to basically change the ABI. So where is the ABI of the following? Here is the ABI. So basically, you have to change the API of your deployed smart contract, and simple as that. And then you have to run npm run dev to get it started right away. So this is something which you have to do. I would like to say you to follow up the readme.md files to get it started without any problems or hesitations. So it's very simple. Like you does not have to basically worry about anything else. You just have to read the simple steps so that you does not have any problem in that. So now I would like to talk about some of the tricks and techniques you need to win the hackathon. So it's very simple. The first thing is understand the problem. Basically, I'm sharing the current tricks and techniques just because I have won the two hackathons. So I'm sharing the things which I have learned in the past. Understand the problem. It means though that you have to basically clearly define the challenge and you have to focus on solving a real world use case. Now you know that you are participating in the Open Campus Hackathon. It means though you are building something related to the education space. So now think and thought that what we have to solve that is basically connected to the real world as well, and you have to basically put it right away on the on chain on EDU chain. So this is the first point, and the second point is it would be awesome if you basically build a strong team. I would recommend it, but if you would like to build solely, then it is good as well. But if you have a strong team, for example, someone focuses on the coding part, someone focuses on the design part, someone focuses on the business logic part, someone focuses on the pitching part, then it would be so awesome. So if you would like, then basically you can go to the semester directory here, and here we have an option to basically connect with the teams or things like that, or create our own team, something like so. So this is the second thing, and the third part is basically keep it simple. This is the most important thing which I would like and recommend to you. Like, make sure that you have a working prototype, and it is better than the unified complex idea. Like, generally, what happens is that you are solving a problem, and then you are complexing it. So I would recommend that you should to keep it very simple, and then you have to basically make sure that your design is user centric design. Like you have to ensure the solution is intuitive and solve the user pain directly. As I said, that you have to keep it very simple, so you just have a simple card or thing like that where you have put your dApp directly. For example, here I have six of the available dApps. Like I have the simple greeting dApp. This dApp is just focusing on the greeting part. So it is very simple. You just have to basically send the message and receive the message. Simple as that. So I would say that you have to keep your dApp very simple and user centric so that it solve the user pain directly. And then uh, another trick would be effective time management maybe. You have to prioritize the task, you have to set the milestones, and you just have to avoid the scope creep. Like what happens is that you procrastinate so much. You just have to ship on the EDU chain, but you are constantly doing the late, and then the days come off and you did nothing. So I would say keep your time. and keep it very effective so that you can build and ship fast on the EDU chain. And another main point is that you have to basically open source, leverage the open source and API. To speed up the development procedure, you have to use the existing tools so that you does not have any problem in that. And then you just have to basically create uh, a great pitch. This helps. You just have to basically create a great pitch. So you have to clearly explain your idea, problem, and solution in a comparing way. Simple as that. And I would say that you have to use to speed up your development procedure. You can use the existing tools, like as I said, you can use the EDU kit, read the following article to get started right away, or things like that. And then you have to simply test and iterate. Test and iterate. You have to basically gather the feedback early and refine your project accordingly. This is something which is important. And now the most important part comes in. This is something which helped me with the semester one and semester two hackathon. So I would like to share it with you. There should be a wow factor. There should be a wow factor. Like you should to add something unique. It might be an innovation. It might be the great user interface, or it might be an unexpected functionality. So if your dev have the wow factor, then things will work for you and you might win the hackathon. So this is something which I would like to share it with you. Like these are the some tricks and techniques you need to win the hackathon, and these are the resources which I have just shared with you. So this is the official website of the kit. You can go to the official website and read the rest of this stuff, and you can basically read the readme.md file. And this is the npm package. This is the official website of what I am currently building, and this is the article which you have to follow up. Simple as that. And this is my official website. So if you would like to know something about myself, like what I'm doing, what I usually do, then you can read more about here. You can also follow me on the X and on the LinkedIn. So I would appreciate it. Uh, Thank you so much, guys. Thanks for your precious time. And let's build and shape the future together on the EDU chain. I hope and I believe that you will do something crazy in the semester three hackathon and you will raise the bar like anything. Thank you. Bye bye.